me last night, so you make your own mind up, well, this is good or bullshit. It's up to you. They said they wanted me to like, jump into the pack and talk about punt return, but I don't think you can talk about punt return without talking about punt block. So we'll touch on punt block as well. The first thing is that the punt return punt block is the only phase of the kicking game where the game breakers can occur. Right? That's blocking a punt, return a punt for a touchdown, or so much pressure that the snapper panics and just snaps it over the head and you get a safety. So that's the three phases there. Okay, this was us from 2011 through 2015. Now, like I talked about yesterday in the kick return, this has gone really, in kick return it went up, alright? In punt it's gone down.
Sorry for the filming thing.
Yeah.
And if you stand here in the shadows, it's a lot of talking and no...
I'm shy.
Stage would be ideal. Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
Right, so as you can see on our punt return, okay, it's gone down, especially from here on. Okay, and this was our position in the league. We were second, first, fifth, second. Right now on the kick return, we've got two guys back there. On punt return, we've only got one back there. And because, like I talked about yesterday, the rule change, okay, where the only import we've got would be our quarterback, okay, so we've got to put an Austrian kid back there. And like it or not, right now, we lost our true kick returner in our pre-season game. So we had to go to our second and third string. And that affected us because these two kids that we had just didn't have the range to cover the field. And like I said yesterday, those guys on the kicking team, they're good coaches as well. And what they were doing, they became what we call strategic punters, okay? They weren't just kicking it, boom, and then go down covering. They were either kicking it out of bounds, and regardless of field position, they did not want us to return the football. They considered it too much of a risk. So they either kicked it out of bounds, okay, or they just kicked it deep enough that they could get the safety. I'll give you an example. We played Graz at home, and Graz only punted 3 times, but every time our offense got the football on the 1 yard line. Right, so you know that doesn't fill me with confidence when I've got to start on the 1 yard line and come, go 99 yards to get a touchdown. So we really have looked at punt return, and like this year, I'm going to do punt return because I feel that it's one of our, for me, the way I consider it is the first offensive play of the offensive drive, because we've got to start with the football in a decent field position. So this year, I'm going to do it. Sean said, yeah, go ahead, do it. That's another thing you don't have a headache for, as we all love and know. So that's just to give you an idea. So obviously that's going to improve. Now when you look at 2013, 2012, 2 touchdowns, well that's because I had Talib back there. Talib Wise back there. If Talib's back there, or John Clements is back there, who's going to score? When I was in Hanau, I had a returner, Greg Oliver, Sweets. He just said to me, Coach, get a hat on everybody, and he didn't even want to scheme. He'd just go and do it, and he did it. I mean, he won a quarterfinal for us. So, this is our base alignment. I'm going to get into position-wise in a minute. It's just a base alignment, how we number them. Okay, it's just very much like kickoff for the inside guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got our 2 corners and our return man at the back. So, job descriptions, I've got to get in the camera. Right. Job descriptions, speed, that's the most important one for us. Make-up speed, being able to recover, okay? We want our corners to play an inside shade and make them go outside, don't let them come inside. We want to force them outside and keep them outside, keep the gunners away. So we need the ability to impede the release of the gunner and to gain time gain and maintain proper leverage, which you'll see if you was here yesterday for the films that I showed on kick return. It's the trail technique and everything that goes with that. Size is a benefit, agility, and that's it. Because they've got to have good hips, they've got to be able to turn and move around. Okay, the ones, okay, this is the outside rusher who's going to be positioned by the wings if it's a pro set. Okay, they're the ones who've got to get upfield and get pressure. They must get pressure on the outside. The reason being, it keeps the wings in. The wings are usually, most often, they're the contain guys. They're the guys who've got to get out and keep the football inside. Okay, so the longer you can keep them in protection, the better it is for your return. Okay, so it's really important that they're coming upfield and really working on. Usually that's a defensive end or a linebacker. All right, again, you get the single blocking, but the speed enables them to convert from rush and to be the second player in the wall. Okay, usually on the wall returns, they're coming around either in front or behind the punter, making sure the ball's gone, and then they come back into the return wall if you're setting up a wall return. Okay, twos, okay, they've got to be speed rushers as well. This is where most of your defensive ends, your fast three techniques. Again, speed and stress, all right? Get the vertical pressure, okay? Because the creases don't come this way, the creases come this way, okay? If one's taking a kick, 2 kick steps back and you're forcing him back, then he can get skinny and get through it, and that's when you've got the potential for the block. Everybody understand what I mean when it says block point? Okay? Everybody get that, yeah? Yeah? Okay. Alright, block point for us is 2 feet from where the punter will actually kick the ball. Okay? So if the punter's coming through here, that's where the foot's coming, okay? It's on average it's about 2 feet, that much in front. And that's what we determine the block point. You get that from your film when you scout the guy, okay? And that's very important for when any sort of games you're playing, when you're trying to get to that block point, and now you're trying to block it, okay? I've got film how we teach them to do that. Okay, threes. These are the big guys, the bigger guys, okay? They've still got to be the big guys that can move and run around. They're usually going to be a shade on they're either that you can sit them in the A gap, or you're going to shade and put them in a 3 technique on the guards. Okay, they got a stretched protection, make a block and miss. Okay, and again, film will show it, teaching them how to get skinny, what we call getting skinny, getting the shoulder down, and working through, and being able to come under control and block the punt. Okay. But not rough the punter. I mean, that's key. You see so many times they'll come through and they're coming through and they've got the block, and then they just go straight into the punter. All right? You've got to teach them how to avoid the punter. We don't go straight to the punter. All right? Our hands go to the ball, to the block point, but our body will try and stay outside of the punter. Because any referees in here? There it is again, all right? Because you know what they're going to do. They just love throwing that flag, all right? It's powerful, all right? So you've got to be careful. You've got to teach them. If you don't teach them, they're just going to keep running into it. Okay. Discipline. These are the linebackers, okay? These are your linebacker types, okay? Strong safety types, all right? You can use them to get out. Okay, if you're going to double the gunners, okay, which we do now and again, all right, usually they're inside the box, and the first thing that you want those guys to do is to make sure they see the football kicked. That's the number 1 priority. See that the football is kicked before you bail, okay, number 1. They've got to know who their guy is. They've got to be able to turn and run and then relocate, okay, and see where the guy is that they've got to block. And they've got to block the right guy. So again, drill work is really important. And again, if we do this, we'll do a county fair. Various parts of the punt return team will work in tandem with a coach in various parts of the field. You do the whole deal, okay? Part of it's being worked over there, part over there, part over there, okay? And in 7 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever your block is, okay, everybody's getting coached instead of like for 5 minutes they're doing this and everybody else is watching. County fair is one of the best things that you can do to get through that. Okay, the returner, number one skill, ability and desire to catch the ball, right? And he's got to have the nuts to catch it, even though he may get spanked, okay? Got to be the best ball handler on your team, okay? And he's got to be the best runner, open field runner if you could get one, okay? Just the way he's got to make that defender miss. He's got to make at least one guy miss, right? If you can make one guy miss, you've really got a chance of a big play. Right, philosophy. You've got to be sound against any type of formation or punt, or fake, sorry. Any type of formation, motion, any sort of fake that you may think they come up. That means you may have scouted this team and they're coming out in a pro set, pro punt, boom, all of a sudden they come up and shield. You've got to have an answer for it and know how to line up instead of wasting a timeout, which you see all the time. I can't call timeouts. All right? My head coach will not let anyone else get you. Timeouts there for the fourth quarter. You make sure you've got your right people on the field at the right time. We will only use timeouts in the fourth quarter. So you need, as personnel, that's running them on, running them off, run them on, run them off, calling out different things. Again, that's something you can do. You do county fair. Okay, when you've done county fair, you've got 2 or 3 minutes, put them on the sideline, run them on. You don't need a scout team, just call out shield, shield, boom, they line up to shield. Pro set, boom, they line up to a pro set. And you get it done. It's the preparation that will win it, okay? Possession of the football, obviously the most important thing. Disguise your intentions, all right? Make them feel that you're going to come and block them any time. You can go with the what we call prowl, okay? What's the German word for prowl? Deutsch? Okay? Okay, just where you're moving, the 3-3 stack do it all the time. They're just moving people around, right? But everybody knows that when that football is snapped, bang, and everybody knows exactly where they want to be. So, especially when you get a punt team that they're counting, okay, you know they're counted, they're not zoning it, they're counting, all right? So straight away you know, hey, let's move them around, all right? But at the snap, everybody's got to be in the right place, okay? If you're going to block the punt, you've decided, hey, we're going to go block it, all right? You attack the weakness of the scheme or the personnel, okay? You try and find, okay, this wing, he really doesn't want to go. He just wants to get upfield and get into coverage, okay? There's some sort of weakness there, okay? Or the scheme's weak. Maybe they've got something where everybody's blocking down and the PP's going to the edge, all right? Just some way that you can attack what they're doing. But you have to be careful when you go for that block punt, all right? I was in Cologne and we were playing Ryan Fire that week, okay? So all week long, the DC, and I was in charge of the punt block, punt return team. He said, we can block this, right? We can get this, we can block it, right? So all week long, we worked on a block, right? And we get to the point in the game where we're leading and we've gotten to punt, right? So I look at the DC looks at me and says, all right, call the punt, right? We forgot to mention it to the head coach, right? He ripped me a new asshole, right? If your head coach doesn't know what you're doing with it, right? Because the reason was sound why he ripped it, right? Why he ripped me, right? The DC just walked away, but no, nothing to do with me, right? I got it in the ass, right? The reason was we had them backed up, right? Don't go for a block when they're backed up. You're risking giving them a first down. Someone does something stupid, runs into the kicker, all right? You give them a new first down. Let them punt. You get great field position. That was me, my fault. So you've got to know field position when you go for the block, go for the return. Must field every single punt. Do not let the ball hit the ground. Exception is a 10-yard rule. Most of the time, we tell our returner, okay, put your heels on the 10-yard line. If the ball goes over your head, let it go. Okay? The exception being, if we think the coverage is getting down, we want him to catch it. We just want to make sure we secure the football. Okay? The other thing is, every time, if the ball comes down in the open field, okay, and we're not going to return it, we have what we call a Peter call. I'm sure most of you do as well. It's Peter, Peter, Peter. That means get fuck away from the ball. Get away from the football. Don't go near it. I've still got players, right? And Kevin was our DC. He knows. We got players who will stand and look at the ball. Well, we teach our punt team, push them into the ball. You may get a touch. If you get a touch, we can recover the ball. We've still got one player who will just stand and look at it like that and be as close to the ball. Get them away from the football. Right? Some people call it Peter, some people call it poison, whatever. I have no idea why they call it Peter. Not a clue. Does anyone know why they call it Peter? No? Alright. Principles of the punt return team. You've got to be able to man up on eligible players. You've got to know who the eligible players are. Okay? And you better have some sort of contain on both sides of the football. It's all right having contain here, and then he picks the ball up and runs that way. We learned that to our Vikings did it, right? They started doing this swing. They would swing everybody round on the backside, okay? And they started this rugby punt thing where the punter, instead of just stepping up 1, 2, 3 or whatever kick, he starts rolling, right? We lost contain on the side that he rolled to, and this dude's running for 28 yards on a first down, right? We lost our contain, so it's really important that we make sure you've got the contain. You've got to be able to have the ability to play zone in case you make a safe call or you're scared of some sort of fake coming from them. You've got to be able to find mismatches that will benefit you, which I talked about. You know, there's either the weakness in the scheme or the weakness in the personnel. Look for a trigger that can get for the get-off. Okay. Sometimes it's the centre's head. The head comes up, or if you watch, we know one team when they're going to punt, the centre just always looks there. Then he looks there. Then he snaps it every time without foul. And that's the get-off for our inside guys to get off, right? It could be the PP, the personal protector, just something that he does, the way he sets his feet, where he just does this before he gives the snap count. If some teams snap on a sound, we don't, we snap on when the center's ready to snap. We just tell him, hey, the PP tells him we're ready to snap the ball, and then he does it in his own time. There's no, so we avoid the trigger that way. Avoid being predictable without being complex. Okay, that means don't have a million returns. Just have 2 or 3 that work. Okay, that means if you've only got 2 or 3, that means you can rep it. That means you get more repetitions. More repetitions means you get better. Rather than saying, oh, this week we're going to go Tom Fiddly Doo Boo that way or this way, and they get 1 rep, 2 reps in a week. All right, and then you get to game time, and they really just don't know where to line up. You have to make sure it's simple. Maintain the element of surprise winning scheme. That goes with any sort of games that you're going to play and how you want to catch them out. Okay, penalty avoidance, the killer, right? You've got to teach them how not to get penalties. I showed most of you all the save block yesterday. That's the number 1 penalty is the block in the back. Number 1, right? So the save block drill, which we'll get to in a moment, is the one that saves the block. Okay, it keeps the block on. All right, it's something that this is not, like I said yesterday, this is new for us, but we're going to be doing it this year. And everything that you do, the same as in kick return, it's got to be a reflection of your daily drill work. Right? It's no good working a drill that you see on TV or you see that New England did or Denver or whatever, You think, oh, that's good, we'll do that. Does it fit what you're doing on punt, or whatever you're doing, on defense, offense, it doesn't matter. Does it fit what we're doing? Okay? Not just a drill, hey, I saw a great drill, let's do that. Does it apply to what you're doing? Now, the punting pattern of the opponent, is he a one-step, two-step, three-step punter? The operation time, snap to kick, snap to foot. What's the operation time? Can you get there in time? Block point, which I went through. Okay, hang time. All right, what's the hang time of the guy? Okay, directional. Are they a directional punter? Graz got really good. The quarterback for Graz is their punter, and he's got a leg, and he's very, very good at directional punting. But we can see where he's going to punt because he tells us he's going to turn. So that gives us a clue. Now, like I said, my return, the kid that I got returning, or was returning, he'll just stand there and watch it and think, oh shit. As soon as that guy turns like this, that's telling you where the football's going. Now you've got to get your returners, again, that's drill work. They learn that through drill work. Left-footed, right-footed punter, okay? Does it make a difference? And what I said to you, if the nose is up, when the ball's punted, you see that nose up, that ball's breaking left, okay? And if it's going over and over, it's going to run, all right? It's just simple things that the way they do it. And that's not me, I didn't fight, I got that from the NFL. Okay, that's a fact. If that nose is up, that ball hits, it's going to break left, to your left, right? So, work to expose each and every deficiency of the opponent, just little things, right? Little things can give you the edge, like slight edges, small wins, all right? If you've got something where you can just hurry that punter and he can shank it, all right? Well, they may be giving you 2-3 first downs, all right? Now your offense has got better field position, so now you've got a good chance to work instead of being like, getting stuck on the 1 yard line, and now you've got to work the whole field, okay? So just things like that, and that's it's all about the kicking game. Is all about field position. Get field position for your offense and for your defense. Okay, technique versus scheme. It's the technique that will win you. Scheme can be brilliant or it can be really simple, but it's the technique that's going to win it for you. So we have hold up, we have trail, we have two-step redirect, we have save the block, and then we have next level blocking. Okay, and I'm going to show you these drills. I think this film is going to work. This is hold up. Okay, this is just a simple drill. You want them to hold up, get the hands inside. Get the hands inside and hold him down. But we have a specific technique. What we teach our guys, we tell them to get the hands inside, be violent with the hands, get the hands inside, and then as if you're going to take a crack, sit down, all right? Get the hands inside, grab cloth, pull them down, all right? And then specific to the return, okay? Specific to the return, you will turn them the way you want to go, okay? So if I know the return's coming this way, I sit him down. Now I want to force him. I want to get my hips to the return side, and now I can come down the field with him just as you see it there, okay? And this is done slow-mo, all right? This is done walking pace first, then you speed it up, and then you can get to the speeds that you want to get to. All right, this is just an example. You can see here, the guy holding... So, again, all these films, you can have all this afterwards. This is on Huddle. It's a Huddle thing, but I've got all these films I've got as WMVs, so you can have all these, you can have the PowerPoint. So, trail technique, okay? We're just going to, again, walk in, all right? Just walk in behind, all right? Feel the change in direction or the change in speed. and just start to engage. Okay, the two-step redirect comes after this. It's real slow, all right? You don't need to rush it. Trail technique, the guy's going down the field, boom. You know where the return's going, okay? Everybody does it, boom. Everybody's going to turn right, bang, he turns. Remember what I talked about yesterday about you try and corner the guy. That's when you do the two-step redirect, okay? You're going to try and get one hand in the center, okay, and one hand to the shoulder on the redirect. So that's in the two-step redirect, okay? Real simple drill, all right, but it will pay for you. Okay, redirect. Again, just coming down. Okay, feeling it, and it's just a redirect, change of direction. Okay, but now we keep, instead of on the trail, they just stop their feet. Now, come trail, boom, get your feet. Now change his direction, and you'll see it. There's a film going to come up. Okay, it's real slow pace to get them working on it, get them comfortable with it. Like I say, work it again. You can have just half line doing this, and the other half line is working on rush, doing the county fair stuff. Right. Save the block. I showed this yesterday. I'll show it again now. It's just saving the block. Instead of blocking the guy in the back, all right, if the guy is there, returns over there, and I want to save the block, I'm just going to rip through, try and get my head in front and just get my hands up. And just try and stop getting the penalty. Like I said, that penalty is the killer. You get a 10-yard block in the back, it just pushes the offense further away. So you can see, that's all it is. Real simple. Right, but it could save you 10 yards. It's field position that you're working to maintain. Right, and then we've got a clip just at the end of it. We're just going to come down, okay, just there. You see, all he's doing is just trying to impede the return, all right? No penalty. If I put my hands out there like this, there's not a referee in the world that will. They're not going to, throw a penalty on you for trying to block him with your dick. See what I mean? You know I was going to drop one of them. All right, next level blocking. Okay, this is after you've run the trail drill. Okay, now the return's already got behind you. Now, don't stay with him. Get upfield, get back upfield, find more work. Okay, so you just set it out like that, he comes down, okay, they come across the field, you're just working, you're practicing approach to the guy you're going to block, and you're practicing hand placement, all right, pad level, okay, those three, approach, hand placement, pad level. You've got to have your pads below here, you can't be blocking like this, you've got to bend your knees and work on it. Right, this is a great drill. You get a lot of benefit from it. This is one now where it's a combined drill. Now you're working down the field, working your trail technique. Now you get a ball carrier, and now you work next level. So everything's built into it. Okay, you're getting 2 for 1. Again, it's a very productive drill. Okay, especially this one. People learning how to stay on that back shoulder. Just using one hand, you can keep that guy from blocking. Now, the next part for that drill would be to get this guy to spin and redirect. You've got to be able to take that, and that's where you work the two-step redirecting, with the anticipation of him changing direction, and being able to block him. Let's just let this run through. All right, so now, if you watch down the bottom, okay, got them. Now they're coming, now they're leaving and they're finding work. All right, get upfield, find work. Key thing. All right, technique versus scheme. It's about the technique. So the first thing we're going to look at is get off, okay? This is where your D-line coach, he can just take all those guys and work on get off, right? They're going to be taught how they're going to get off, stance, alignment, okay? Making sure they're coming off, getting off on the ball. There's someone inside there with a football, snapping the ball, okay? The worst thing that we see is when you're on 4th and 4. The offense is on 4th and 4, they're punting, all right? And then you get the punt return team on there, and then boom. Some sort of cadence, they screw you with a cadence, bang, they get a first down. Because you're too stupid not to look at the ball and get off on the football. Okay, so again, this is a good drill, just teaches them, get off. Again, work into the block point. They got the ball down there, really, you shouldn't do that. You want to have the ball held by someone so you don't want footballs laying around on the ground. Okay, get skinny. Okay, teaching them to get skinny. This is Coach Reinbold, we got this drill from him. Alright, just working them, come around the corner and just dip the shoulder. You see they're just getting that shoulder down, get skinny as you can coming through. Just someone there holding the ball at the block point, okay, or a cone. Just working to get skinny, get that shoulder down. This is something your D-line coach can take all your guys and work on. Alright, all your rush guys. Your ones, your threes, they can all do this. Watch it there, see them get skinny, get to the block. Alright, I know it's pros, but it's just a really good example of how they work to get skinny, to get off. Okay, if you look at 27, I think it's 27 there, the guy who blocks it. Alright, that's just the way they come off and get skinny and get under the ball. Okay, there, block, 37, bang, you get a block. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff to show the kids, all right, so they can see it. I mean, it's all right us talking about it when they see that the pros are doing it, next level's doing it, colleges are doing it. It's all good stuff. They you know, especially when we teach our under 15s this stuff, okay. So, but when you show them it's NFL, oh, it's NFL. Yeah, we didn't know it was right. We didn't know they were doing it. So, JJ, what does it? Oh, so it must be good then. Alright, club and swim. Again, D-line coach. This is where your D-line coach is part of your punt return team, or your punt block team. He's got to show this stuff. He's got to teach it. He's got to teach it to people who may not do it. You've got linebackers. Club and swim, see ball, get ball. That's all they learn, isn't it? So, just making sure they understand, there's the guy with the ball, block point, showing them how to approach to the football, all right? You get an equipment manager or a coach or whatever, he's terrified, all right? But what you're teaching him is what I told you before, you don't go to the punter, you go to the ball with the hands, all right? You avoid any contact with the punter if possible, all right? But you still want to get to the block point. All right, low and long. This is how you teach them to get to the block point. All right, and the thing is that a lot of them are a little bit scared of the football. All right, I got this from Coach Reinbold. He said, so what they do, they just do this and they teach it. The hands are down. When you see them coming like this on a block, that's no good. If I'm coming towards there and I want to block it, I want my hands there, okay, with my thumbs together coming out. I do not want this. I'm never going to get to the block point. I've got to be low, okay. If that's the punter, I don't want to be coming here like this and risking that running into the punter's bullshit. All right, I want to come. My hands are here, outside. That's why they do that drill. All right, don't be scared of the football. But the drill before, okay, you saw the equipment guy where it was just holding the ball. That's teaching them, stay away from the punter, get to the football with your hand placement. Okay, just an example of it. Okay, he runs through it, he doesn't get it, but he shanked it, so it's going to be good field position. Okay, this is a great drill, and you can do this with anybody. We call this jazz session. Okay, you just get 4 players and a coach. Alright, you just drop the ball, okay? One's going to recover the football, okay? You can do this on field goal block or on everything. The other three are they're the escort, okay? They get in front, they don't watch him pick the ball up and say, yeah, go score. Right? Get in front, be an escort, okay? And they do this drill, and you can see it's a working drill, making everybody work, and you can do that with everybody. I'll do it with the O-line, alright? Because the O-line, our O-line has to learn how to recover fumbles. Right? And when we do fumble drills with the O-line, we don't throw the ball out there. The O-line's there, we drop the ball in the backfield. So it's fumble, find the ball, boom, pick it up, run adjusters, get it going. Okay? And it's a lot of fun for them, they like the drill, okay? And you can get a lot done. Okay, it's just an example, this is off a field goal block, which now you'll see it now, recover the ball, boom, it's got an escort. Okay, that's what you want, all right? And that's the payoff for running that sort of drill, which you want to do. I think I've got a couple more clips in here from behind. But it's just everybody, they've done the drill, they know it. Again, it takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you can do it when you're doing your individuals with whatever group you're working with. Everybody does it, they understand what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve from it. It's the chance to score a touchdown instead of recover a fumble. Don't just recover the fumble, score a touchdown. Get the ball downfield. Even if you get tackled before the end zone, it's great field position for your offensive unit. Now this is really, stay on your feet. Right, so a little bit of X's and O's sort of deal, right? This is what we call our coverage lanes, okay? We have a wall lane, a seam lane, and a middle lane, okay? So when we're talking to our players, we're talking to them about a specific area of the football field where they know they have to go. So if we're saying you're a wall player, okay, or what came down in the wall area, they know exactly what you're talking about. Again, it's communication. Okay. Okay, punt safe, punt return personnel, according to the numbers. This is a little bit redundant really for us. It just shows everybody what their responsibilities are. When we call it safe, there's no return, okay? If you know, he's going to try and catch the football if it comes, but it's not really going to, you're not setting up a return. You're more worried about just getting the football kicked and getting the offensive possession of the football, okay? So, base personnel, now with us, okay, it's pretty much right now that we would only swap in a returner for a safety, right? That's going to change. There'll be a little bit more people going on, but if we just left our base personnel on, this is what it would look like, okay? Responsibilities, everybody knows where they're supposed to be and what they're going to do. Right? There is no question about, oh, I thought this, I thought that. It's there. This is something they have to learn and grow. Okay? Okay, this is a call for a middle return from safe. Okay? If we call wolf, okay, we can displace R2 and L2 to get the double on the gunners. All right? You can see the double teams. You see R5's responsibility, getting everybody blocked. We're on the false punt on the backside. We're the contain. Okay, Wolf London, this is a wall call, okay, so Wolf London, Wolf we're displacing, okay, London is the return, safe is the formation, the punt return formation, just how we want to work it, returns coming round, again, we can displace if we want to, or we can just do it from our positions, but the R2, L2, this is when you've got to be fairly confident, if you want to put those guys out there, you better be really confident that they're not going to try and run a fake on you. So they need to be, backed up, something like that. This is our sideline return, laser, okay? Just the way we work it, the blocks, okay? He stays. The wolf call and laser, we're only going to double the 2 either from a displaced position or from inside. Safe formation. Now we get shield punts, okay, and like I said, we don't have no surprises when they come up in the shield punt. You've scouted them, they're coming out in pro-set, and all of a sudden you get a shield, alright? But don't waste the time out. They better know where they've got to line up and what their responsibilities are. So that's our safe formation if they come out in shield. This is our wall formation, or our wall return, okay? Again, everybody's responsibility is defined. There is no question about who lines up where, okay? You can get into what shades, what techniques you want to play, right? This is just a basic overall plan of what you want to do against shield. Okay, wall left, London, from shield. Everybody understands what they're doing. Everybody knows who the contained guys are. Everybody knows who the eligible guys are. Don't you never forget that those three in the back, they're eligible as well. And a lot of people forget that, even though if it's linemen, okay, if it's linemen and they're ineligible by number, that's fine. But you better make sure you know they're ineligible by number. Okay, these are our returns. These are our good returns. I'm not going to show you the crap returns. These are our good ones. Just so you get an idea. Look at the front. Okay, look at the hold-up techniques that they're doing. Okay, it's not particularly good on that one. All right, the corner's going to make this. This is John Clements. All right, he's getting his blocks. Look at the downfield blocks. You'll see the downfield blocks coming. All right, and then he finds the gap and he's gone. Okay. So that's the plus part of it. Yeah. I'm almost done. Alright, what I want to see is that everybody's moving. No one's standing around, everybody's running. We could have done better, but we've still got the first two guys in the end zone after the returner. For our guys, not defensive guys. Okay, this is against Prague. I think this is the same game. Same play. Okay, this is against Prague in the Euro Bowl, I think. Okay, watch the hold-up techniques. We're working the hold-up. Now we've got D-line and they're running downfield. Okay, there comes the return. You see the blocks. All right, we get a pretty good field position on that. I think after that, after two plays, we scored on that. Okay, this is against Graz. Okay, we're going to back up. Now we don't go for the block, we go for the return. Downfield, trail technique. Okay, we've got a pretty decent player in the backfield. And he's off to the races. What's the hold-up techniques? Now you see him coming around in the wall, setting the wall up for a right return. It helps when you got someone like that, though. You don't coach that, that's just pure athleticism. Okay, against Calander, this is a shield punt. Everybody knew what they were supposed to be doing. 2013, I think. Okay, watch the block, watch this kid here, down in the bottom left. Boom. Alright, that's what you call protecting your return. Now, he's not going to be on that team again. Right. He's taking the play off. Okay, it's the last one against the Vikings. Again, this is where they go into this. It's like a shield punt, bastard sort of form of it. Okay, get the pressure, all right? Now bring the return. Everybody's working, everybody's upfield. You see two guys upfield trying to get it on. Going to hold up here, 24, working downfield. Now see the way he works to get his angle. It's all about angles. Okay, right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll give this to Peter or Martin, and you can have. I've got this. Like this is in Hubble, but I've got this in PowerPoint and in WMV files. So there's a folder. If you want it, just give them a shout. Thanks for your attention.